Welcome, fellow Stardust. Are you ready for a scare? I see you've come back for more. If you're new here, buckle up. And thank you all for joining me today. My name is DeRay, aka Rainbow Fright, lover of all things dark, creepy, and weird. And today's film review will be on werewolf movie, The Forest Hills.
Can you say boom?
The Forest Hills is a reunion of horror legends. We've got Edward Furlong, Dee Wallace, and Shelley Duvall, who makes her comeback after 20 years. Thank you to the director Scott Goldberg for reaching out to me and offering me a screener. I couldn't reply to that email any faster. I was so excited to finally check this one out after hearing about it for so long. Scott reached out to me on June 18th, and we of course got the sad news of Shelley's passing on July 11th. I could not believe the timing of it. I'm incredibly happy that she got to go out with a bang with this last film, but I so wish she was able to share this premiere with her fans and loved ones. But her legacy will live on forever, and thank you, Shelley, for giving us your all. As Scott has requested, this review will be spoiler-free, but you'll be able to check this one out in October. As of this recording, I'm not sure of the exact date, but I'll leave a link down in the description so you can pre-order your copy. Now, let's get into my thoughts on this one. I'll first tell y'all what I liked about it, and then we'll get into some of the drawbacks. First things first, the cinematography in The Forest Hills is absolutely stunning. Lush greens and vibrant colors set the scene perfectly, with effective bokeh backgrounds that add a dreamy, almost surreal quality to certain shots. The slow motion was done perfectly. It's used sparingly, but when it kicks in, it elevates the tension to a whole new level. And speaking of tension, the soundtrack absolutely deserves a shout out. It seamlessly weaves in and out, always knowing exactly when to ramp up the suspense or create a sense of unease. A fitting soundtrack can make or break a horror movie, and The Forest Hills nailed it. The wolf costume in the film was really cool looking. It had this raw, primal feel to it that made the creature genuinely intimidating. Kudos to the costume designer for their work on that, and the practical effects overall were fun, especially when a werewolf transformation is teased. Seeing Shelley Duvall, Edward Furlong, and Dee Wallace back on screen is honestly a treat for any horror fan. Duvall brings a raw, almost unsettling vulnerability to her character, and the filmmakers made a brilliant choice to let her natural presence shine through. Her character might be a bit rough around the edges, but that just adds to the film's unique atmosphere. And let's not forget about Felissa Rose, who makes an appearance in the film in one scene as Dr. Gonzalez. And if you like twists in the third act, then you won't be disappointed. Alright, so The Forest Hills isn't without its quirks. The dialogue was quite erratic, jumping from topic to topic without any smooth transitions. This made it a bit confusing to follow the storyline and understand the characters' motivations. And sometimes we're introduced to characters without a whole lot of context about who they are or how they fit into the picture. It takes a scene or two to figure out their connection to the main character, which detracts from the overall narrative flow. The setting itself is another interesting point. While the woods did provide some beautifully shot scenes, the film could have benefited from a bit more variety. The woods are a great setting for a horror werewolf movie, but there's a sense that the story might have been stretched a little thin budget-wise, with a lot of the scenes taking taking place outdoors. While the close-ups are effective in building tension, a few more medium and long shots would have helped us get a better sense of the character's environment. Finally, there's the issue of consequences. Our main character makes some questionable decisions throughout the film, and let's just say the consequences aren't exactly front and center. While this does keep the story moving at a fast pace, it can also leave the audience feeling a bit detached from the emotional weight of his actions. This oversight made the plot feel less impactful and diminished the stakes. The Forest Hills is a visually stunning film with a killer soundtrack, pun intended, and a cast reunion that horror fans will definitely appreciate. The story itself has its moments with a cool twist in the third act that keeps things interesting. However, the dialogue does stumble a bit, and the setting could have used some more variety. Still, for a chance to see these horror icons back on screen, The Forest Hills is worth a watch. The Forest Hills earns 3 rainbow skulls out of 5. Well, thank you again for joining me today, fellow Stardust. I appreciate you being here with me. If you enjoyed this review, hop on the Rainbow Fright freight train and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. Coming up, I've got another Spooktober special in the works with a bunch of collab videos planned with a ton of other creators. Get ready for some giveaways. Want more? Become a patron and join me and my patrons for our monthly movie night in Discord, as well as extra content. I hope I see you next time. Peace.